Asherah, a term that appears 40 times in the Old Testament, a significant figure in ancient mythology, is known to have been worshipped in ancient Syria, Phoenicia, and Canaan. Despite her prominence in these cultures, her story has been largely forgotten, buried under the sands of time. We aim to shed light on Asherah's role as a goddess and her relationship with Yahweh in the Bible, exploring her identity, representation, worship, and significance in ancient Israelite religion. Asherah was a significant figure in the ancient religions. She was venerated as Asherah, a mother goddess and the consort of El, the supreme deity in ancient Canaan. However, her existence was largely forgotten until the 1928 Ugarit excavations in modern-day Syria. These excavations unveiled Asherah's narrative, intertwining it with the scriptures of the Hebrew Bible. In ancient Israel and Judah, Asherah was worshipped from the 12th century BC until the early 6th century BC. Archaeological evidence suggests that Asherah was seen as Yahweh's consort. This is substantiated by inscriptions like Yahweh and his Asherah, found in the 8th century BCE Kuntilet Ajrud and Kirbet El-Kom inscriptions. This association between Asherah and Yahweh has led to numerous debates among scholars. Some argue that these inscriptions refer to Asherah the goddess, while others believe they signify an Asherah as a cultic object. Nevertheless, the term's recurrent use, coupled with archaeological evidence, suggests that Asherah was a significant figure within the ancient Israelite religious landscape. In the Bible, Asherah and Asherim refer to cultic objects associated with pagan worship. Archaeological evidence suggests that these objects were wooden poles, images, or trees. The goddess Asherah was often represented as a stylized sacred tree. However, the debate persists as to whether these inscriptions refer to Asherah the goddess or an Asherah as a cultic object. The representation of deities through objects was common in the ancient Near East. These objects often served as physical manifestations of the deity, enabling people to worship the deity in effigy. Asherah's cult symbol was a living tree or a consecrated wooden pole, and the association with carved trees led to the places of Asherah worship being commonly called groves. While some passages clearly reference Asherah as a goddess, others suggest that the term denotes a cultic object. This ambiguity has led to ongoing debates among scholars regarding Asherah's identity. One reason for the ingrained Asherah worship could be her association with fertility, childbirth, and motherhood. These states were highly valued, but dangerous and often elusive in ancient Israel, making the worship of Asherah a form of insurance. Moreover, archaeological evidence suggests that Asherah was considered the wife of Yahweh, who may have assimilated the persona of El. This connection likely elevated Asherah's status within the Israelite cult, contributing to the persistent Asherah worship. In Canaanite mythology, Asherah was a pivotal figure, known as Asherah, the wife of El and the mother of the gods. She was often represented by sacred poles erected near an altar, indicating her significant role in Canaanite religious practices. Asherah's iconography is diverse, often interlaced with various other deities of different names. Her mythology is hard to determine because she often took on attributes of Anat and Ishtar Inanna. However, her association with El and subsequent connection with Yahweh is a critical aspect of her role in ancient Israelite religion. Asherah poles were a representation of Asherah and played a crucial role in her worship. These poles were typically wooden and decorated with carvings or symbols. The Bible frequently mentions Asherah poles, associating them with idolatry and pagan worship. The Old Testament strongly condemns Asherah worship. The law specified that a grove of trees was not to be near the altar of the Lord, reflecting the strict monotheistic belief system of the Israelites. Reforms led by figures like Gideon, King Asa, and King Josiah aimed to eradicate Asherah worship, highlighting the tension between Yahweh worship and the veneration of Asherah. The scriptures explicitly forbade the worship of Asherah,